Alright, so question number 2 says the velocity v, given parameters on velocity. So solution. Let's look at the first parameter we have, velocity, right? We're given velocity v, right? Velocity v of a wave in a stress string depends on the tension. So we're given tension. Tension, which is a force, right, that acts on the string. And the what? Mass per unit length, that's gamma, right? We're given this stuff as mass per unit length of the string. Obtain an expression for v in terms of the tension and the gamma. So the velocity of the wave of the string depends. So it is the velocity that depends. That means we're having, if push comes to shove, it means velocity is proportional to t times gamma. That's the thing we're looking at, right? But before taking it further, let's look for the dimension of velocity, tension, and what we have here. For velocity, which is what? Distance. You know that velocity is distance over time. I've said that a number of times. So distance there, which is the length, that gives us L over t, right? And if we push it more further, we have LT raised to the power of -1. That's for velocity. And then tension is a force, right? We have tension, which is a force. And for force is nothing more than mass times acceleration. Alright, I've done this before. Formula for this is m times LT raised to the power -2. So if we combine that, we have mLT raised to the power -2. That's for the tension. And therefore the gamma, they gave us that it is mass per unit length. It is mass over length. That's what we're given. So take it further. It is simply mL -1. Right? So this is what we have, the 3 parameters. The first one for our velocity, second one for our tension, which is a force, and then the third one for this value of gamma. So let me just through this place, please. I hope my line is a bit straight. Good. So if you look at the option we're given, we're told that the velocity is proportional to what? To t times the gamma. And I said for us to remove this proportionality sign, we introduce a constant, right? That gives us v is equal to k times t times the gamma. But then let k be equal to 1, so we can remove this one first. If we do that, we're going to have that v is equal to what? T times gamma. That's the first thing. And then next, we put our indexes, right? We introduce our indices. Our index x and y. Yeah, introduce this our index s and y. So for that, it becomes v equal to t raised to power x times our gamma raised to power y, right? And then next, we use their dimension parameters for this, right? So for the left hand side, what we have for the left hand side, for our left hand side, which is the v, we have LT. We have LT raised to power -1 is equal to, for our tension, which is a force, we have mLT raised to power -2. Just rule the line. mLT raised to power -2. But then for this one, we have raised to power x times this one, the gamma, which is mL raised to power -1. We have mL, sorry, I hope you can see the board, raised to power -1, and we have y. That's what we have there. So if we take it a bit further, our left hand side, we have LT raised to power -1 is equal to, let's use the x to open the bracket. So x times what we have here is m raised to power x times x times this one here, L raised to power x times x times t raised to power minus 2 is t raised to power minus 2x. Alright, I've opened the bracket for the first one. Now for the second one, what do we have? We have m times y. Here we have m raised to power y, and then m times l minus 1. It is times it's l, l raised to power minus y. That's what we have. Right? Let's take it a bit further. Let's collect like terms. The one with m's, take them one side. The one with l, take them one side, and the one with t, take them one side for the right hand side. Now since there's no m here, I can simply say let my m be m raised to power 0, because anything raised to power 0 is 1. Multiply to this, you get your answer. Times what? L, since there's nothing here, is 1, and then t raised to power minus 1, which gives me, if I bring my m, I know I have m raised to power x times m raised to power y. What about the L? I know I have L raised to power x times L raised to power minus y. And then what about my t? I have t raised to power minus 2x. So I'm going to compare, right? The ones with m, for m I'll bring m out, the one for L I'll bring it out, and the one for t I'll bring it out. Just give me a moment, I'll clean the board and then we'll continue from here. Alright, so for m, let's take the first one. For m, what do we have? If we compare, we'll take this one at the left hand side is equal to this one, right? So let's take that. We have m raised to power 0 is equal to m raised to power x times m raised to power y. But if you watch, this is an indices case. Whenever the bases are equal, we're multiplying them, we're going to add the powers for indices. If I have equal base and then there's a multiplying sign, dot means to multiply, it means we're going to add the power. That will give us m raised to the power of 0 equal to pick 1, then we have what? X plus y. So that if I take the 2m off, my indices is going to be x plus y equal to 0. So let's put this one as our first equation from m. This is what we got. What about for n? This is for m. And then for L, what will happen for L? Come out to L. It means we're picking this one, this guy, L, and then this L. Right? To do that, we're going to have L raised to power 1, right, is equal to what? L raised to power x times L raised to power what? Minus y. Push it a bit further, we have L raised to power 1. Since they are both the same, it becomes L raised to power what? L plus minus y. But plus times minus gives me minus. So I'm going to have x minus y. Right? So that if I take this one off, my index is going to be what? X minus y is equal to 1. So for that, for L I got this. And then for t, what do we have for t? Can I clean this board? I'm going to just take that plate off. I want to be sure we understand what we're doing. I'm going to take that plate off and then we'll continue from there. And so for t, we have t raised to power minus 1 equal to t raised to power minus 2x, such that if I take t off, I have minus 2x is equal to minus 1. If the minus takes off minus, I'm left with 2x equal to 1. So if I divide both sides by 2, my x is equal to 1 over 2. Beautiful. Now I have one value. I can substitute for the other value. So from equation 1, right, we have x plus y equal to 0. But my x there is 1 over 2. So I can say 1 over 2 plus y equal to 0. If I take it off, it therefore means that my y is equal to minus 1 over 2 by collecting like terms. Right? So we have the value for x as 1 over 2 and y for that. The same thing, even if I fix it here, I'm going to get the same thing. Right? If I fix my s as 1 over 2 here, and then I bring it out, I'm still going to get the same thing. So you can try with your own, experiment with yours and see what works for you. Therefore, I can say, this board, my board is a bit rowdy. I'll just use this bar. Therefore, we have our x as 1 over 2 and our y as minus 1 over 2. Now I have my value for x and y. I know that my v is proportional to k t raised to the power x times what? My gamma raised to the power what? Y. That's what we had, right? From the beginning, from the opening phrase. This was what we were working with, right? So let's fix the value for x and y. So for that, we have that v is equal to k t is raised to the power of what? 1 over 2 times our gamma, not really y, it's gamma, and for y is equal to what? Minus 1 over 2. Remember what we said, 1 over 2 has to do with square roots. So I can say, and this one here is an index. So my v can be equal to k square root of t times 1 over square root of gamma. This is over 1. If I multiply through, I'm going to have k the root of t over the root of what? Of gamma, right? And if I follow through from our knowledge of surd, the answer is going to k of square root, since they are carrying both squares, t over what? Gamma. See how easy it is. So that's the relationship. If I should put it somewhere, I don't know if I should put it somewhere, since I've used the whole board, we say v is equal to k of what? T over gamma. Our final answer has arrived. That's the final answer, right? So if you go through what I've been teaching you, you see it's easy, right? It's very easy. I iterate on them, try to make it as simple as possible. And please make sure you like, you subscribe to the channel, and share the video with others, please. In case you have questions on this, you can leave them on the comment section. I'll be sure to take your questions. Send a message directly to my WhatsApp number. I'm always open to answer questions, and anything related to maths, physics and chemistry, I am very open. Until then, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.